welcome, MagicGatheringStrat, all you Stratters out there. It's me, Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, are my two co-hosts, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody out there in TV land.
And Dan, the fan of history.
Hello, chicken and hens. It's Dan, the fan of history.
Chicken and hens indeed. Makes me hungry for breakfast. Let's take a look. This is episode 51. Brace yourselves. Innistrad marketing is coming.
Yeah, there's a countdown up right now, folks.
Oh no, there's already leaked.
How much time?
Websites. 2 days, 19 hours.
So there's actually...
Was the spoilers wrong?
No, it's basically the beginning of spoiler season-ish, where they're going to start talking about all the lore.
Leaked cards.
The leaked cards?
Yeah, were they wrong?
No one's proven them wrong yet.
Okay.
So, we'll just have to see. Alright, what do we got going on this week? Standard Pauper, with a little bit of extra thrown in on Standard Pauper this week. Gwyned's article went up. The week in review, and also the Pauper Gauntlet. That's right. Pauper Gauntlet's still going strong. But let's start off with Standard Pauper. Dun 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 dun. SPDC 3204. This past Sunday, 12 players, 12 reported, 3-round Swiss top 4 playoff hosted by and won by the lovely and talented Dr. Chris Baker with Teamer Token Control. Second place, a Black-White Ally by, I think it's supposed to be Proboscis, but it's Proboscis. Then also Free AK Golgari Grind, which I'm thinking is the deck I played. Hold up a second. I'm gonna look real quick. I'm messing up the flow of our show, but I just now thought about that. SPDC.
One Shambling Goblin.
Scion Summoner.
See that?
What's that?
One Shambling Goblin.
One Shambling Goblin and a Fetid Imp. I did not have either of those. Ooh, Grasp of Darkness. I wanted to add that, but couldn't. Grasp of Darkness pretty badass. Corpse Churn also looks pretty good. Yep, lots of improvements. Also, rounding out the top 4, black, green, red tokens. Or, another name for that, I believe is Jund tokens. Could be wrong.
Well, Jund means something else in Standard Pauper.
Oh yeah, it means something completely not Jund, which I don't understand. But all right, let's take a look at the Wiener with Dr. Chris Baker's deck. You got all these token producers: Eldrazi Sky Spawner, Gear Report Gearcrafter, Incubator Drone. Then you have a Monastery Lore Master and Scion Summoner. Then you have a whole bunch of sack effects: Fiery Conclusion, Collateral Damage, followed up with Fiery Impulse, Pulse of Marasa, keep you alive, Tormenting Voice, Treasure Cruise. That's a heck of a splash. But there it is. Lands are mountains, wilds, swiftwater, island, rugged, highlands, thornwood, forest. Well, I guess you're also getting a Sky Spawner, so that's true.
It seems like people are milking the 3-color decks while they still can. It's just, is it like 7 weeks left or something?
Oh.
Yeah, it's not very long at all.
Oh, that makes my heart drop.
Because we don't even have dual lands at common.
There will be nothing.
There will be nothing, and you will like it.
For Evolving Wilds.
And you know, Evolving Wilds is just going to straight get a reprint in Shadows.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
You're not going to ever do the Terramorphic again.
Why not, I wonder?
Who knows? Maybe they just don't want that much shuffling in common.
Ugh, it's a lot of shuffling. Like right now, standard. The standard is just awful with shuffling.
So shuffles. Ugh.
That's pretty irritating. All right, well that's
why people said that they would never reprint the fetch lands because of the shuffling in standard, but
well, they kind of had to at some point to get it into modern.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's take a look at MPDC today, February 29th. 15 players, 12 reported, 3-round Swiss, top 8, hosted by Gwynedd. Number 1, You Are Prowess again. Second, Jund Allies, which we'll be looking at. Followed up by Jund Tokens by Chicken Peach. That's a name I haven't ever seen. And also, rounding off the top 4, Sultai by TLR. So let's look at Mr. Neko's deck of Jund Allies.
Just look at the prowess deck.
What's that?
We didn't get to look at the prowess deck. They've changed. They're interesting.
No, they're not. There is not a chance that that is true. Let's see. Oh, there's an Entangler now. That's sort of different and Slip Through Space.
Oh, let's do the Zombie Neko deck then.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah, we're doing Zombie Neko. I'm sick of You Are Prowess. And we got another another month and a half of it. Alright. Elvish Visionary. Look at that. Colostre Healer. Interesting. And Night Watch. Colostre Night Watch.
Actually, I have to correct you there. Won't the prowess deck still be around after cons rotate out? There are a lot of cards from Origins and more recent stuff.
I guess Spellfist is there. Sage is not. What did you do?
I think you can do the prowess.
And also no Cruise.
That's a shame, of course.
And no Whirlwind Adept. I don't think.
If you get something else into the deck, I think it will still be a thing after rotation. Maybe not as dominating, of course.
Yeah, I hope not. Because if we get another 4 months of this, oh my god. Shoot me now.
Yeah, it's not 4 months, it's 6.
6? Holy crap.
After rotation, it won't change again until after October.
Yes.
Sweet baby Jane.
And prowess is now an evergreen mechanic.
That's true. I think, though, a lot of key things are going to be gone. We'll see. Who knows?
That will be interesting to look at.
I want to know if Innistrad comes out with something that'll be, equally as dominating. Because just in the spoiled cards, there were like 5 mechanics or whatever. It's crazy. Alright. So, we have the Tajuru Stalwart, Valakut Predator, and Gurmag Angler. Interesting. But for allies, I only see... How many is it? 2 or 3? I think... Yeah, 3. I guess you can still call it allies. It equals to be 12 of the cards, which is a good 20%. What's that?
Yeah, 12. Yes.
Yeah.
That's that's enough to make a theme, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there is...
Why did I think the Visionary was an ally? It's not, is it?
No, it is not. No.
Well, that would be awesome if he was.
Yeah, that'd be pretty incredible, actually. If there was a 2-mana 1/1 ally that drew a card, that'd be pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Alright, you have Read the Bones, Butcher's Glee, Seek the Wilds, Twin Bolt, and then a whole bunch of
one-offs.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of all these one-ofs. And look at the sideboard, it's almost exclusively one-ofs, which I don't like. So spells, you have 1 Boiling Earth, Complete Disregard, Oblivion Strike, Reef Soul, Unholy Hunger. So 4 different kinds of removal.
I'm looking over the chat right now, and Roberto just put up that he is 1-5 against Zombie Nico playing this.
Wow.
So, and then Joe put up that Zombie only lost in the finals, or lost game 3 due to only drawing 2 lands until his last turn.
Yeah, that still doesn't make me like all these 1-drops, though.
No, but I mean, he's obviously getting decent results with it.
Yeah, and again, that's fine, but what's the point in having 4 different kinds of removal? What do you gain? Yeah, okay, that's still...
Like, you never know what to expect if you're the opponent.
Okay.
I have to add something about one-offs.
Yeah.
In the next round of the Pauper Gauntlet, I played a few matches in round 6, and you will see a very, very interesting situation concerning a one-off card in a deck list. It's mono black control, and me and Negator have been talking a lot about one-offs, if they're good or not, and there will be a very, very interesting situation concerning a one-off in that deck.
Okay.
Coming Wednesday or Thursday, I think.
Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled for it.
Wednesday. Okay, go on.
Okay. Anyway, Joe Cool is talking about how I don't have to like the deck. No, it's not about liking the deck. It's about not liking the one-of situation here. I think that's... Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know what you gain.
It goes back to my early days of playing Magic, where it was 4-ofs all the time. Like, you put a card in your deck, you wanted 4 of them.
Sure.
And when you look at this, like, do you really think that the deck wouldn't be stronger playing 2 more Twin Bolts or something along those lines over a one-off Reef Soul and Oblivion Strike and so on?
Yeah, the one I really think you could remove, that Oblivion Strike with something else. I don't know.
I have this great strategy book called Mastering Magic from 1995.
Yeah.
One of the things I believed at the time was the rule of 4. If a card is good enough, then you should have 4 of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do some reading from that book.
You should.
1995 Magic Logic.
Yeah, there are some interesting concepts there that are very far there.
Well, things have changed just a little bit.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
But even at the time, I was like, wait, this isn't true. The rule of 4 was one of the better concepts.
All right. Okay, sideboard is a crap load of one-ofs. You have 2 Duress, 2 Deadbridge Shaman, 2 more I have 2 Valakut Invokers. Man, you're planning on getting a lot of lands. How many lands is it? 9, 14, 17, 26. Okay, I'll buy that. I'm down with you on that then. But then you have there's another Unholy Hunger, a Reef Soul, another Complete Disregard. So...
Is that 22 lands?
Was it 6, 12...
Oh, it's 26.
18,
wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool there.
Yep.
Not bad. That's a heck of a mana base. But you also like Seek the Wilds and stuff. I'm telling you, I feel confident in this one's ability to get land, but then you see that one thing that Joe Cool said is he got stuck on 2, which variance, it's a harsh mistress.
Oh,
all
yes.
right. Now, before we go on, let's talk about pure MTGOs. Gwynedd wrote article summarizing the Standard Pauper Double League finals. Goes into great detail about the whole event, which again, I want to give Gwynedd another shout out. We didn't touch too much on it last week. The article wasn't up, and so I just kind of gave a quick shout out in my section. But man, so many prizes were given out for this. It was incredible. I got prizes. I made top 4. I was pretty happy about that. And we have Zombie Neko with Jund Allies and Joe Cool's Pink Pain. I watched this battle. It was a best of 5. And if you want to see those, you can actually go out to that article. And it's there. Gwynedd covered them. And I'll tell you this, spoiler alert, it goes down to game 5. And it was crazy. I was watching the whole thing. Talk about a nail biter. It was no one was totally overpowering the other person. It was just good magic. It's good magic being played. Entertaining to watch. So I'm pretty happy about that. So again, I recommend going out there, and if you see Gwynedd online, shoot him a thank you, and let him know that you appreciate all the hard work, because this was a huge undertaking. It was basically 2 leagues in 1.
I just commented on the Pure article.
Ah, yeah.
And I was the first to do so.
Hey, everybody get out there. I believe, what time did it go up?
Earlier today.
Earlier today? Okay.
Yeah, he tweeted it out, and it was before my son and I took our nap. So.
I gotcha. I knew it was going up today, so I want to talk about it now. But there it is. The decks in full. Gives a breakdown. He also does keys to victory for each deck, which is interesting. Like I said, goes over the matches. And that's pretty cool. Well done. Well played by everyone involved. I wish I could have done better, but you know, I did as well as my deck choices would let me.
Top 4 is pretty good.
Hey, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's one of the better showings I've done in any of our leagues, really.
Yeah, same here. That's the farthest I think I've been in a semi-final once.
Yeah.
That's on the level of this.
Nice. So cool. I'm very happy with it.
Roberto asked Dan, did you comment first?
First,
I
you just said first.
For the league.
Lols.
I felt that was more appropriate.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a huge shout out to Gwynedd for. Excuse me, man, I'm unprofessional. I'm yawning. It was a lot of fun. Have fun this summer. See you next year. All right. Well, there you go, folks. Now let's talk about what did we do this week. You got anything going on, Sam Alama?
No, not really. I'm doing a build our own set in my spare time, and I'm just kind of getting it set up right now, and then I'm going to start doing the actual cards.
Yeah.
So, because I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Those cards are super silly.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to try to be New World Order design orientated, maybe a little bit looser on how they handle removal now.
Right.
But I've got an interesting theme, kind of a theme that's near and dear to my heart. So, other than that, I've been cubing. Brennon saw MTG Cube put a tweet up looking for more people to cube kind of ad hoc, like at random points throughout the day.
Right.
And it's a guy who streams that runs it, McTavish. He's the main guy behind it, and they have like 25 or 30 people that sometimes cube. I've done about 4. I haven't done good because I'm not used to the cube that they run yet. So I think I've won 1 round out of like the 4 cubes I've done so far. But that's a lot of fun because it's a fully powered cube. Other than that, nothing really has popped up today, like Magic news-wise, except for they put the countdown up for whatever is going to launch on Thursday.
Yeah.
Are they going to start spoiling cards on Thursday, or are they just going to show the packaging, or what?
I think they're just going to start spoiling storyline.
Well, storyline gives people clues, at least.
And speaking of clues, that's going to be a new thing. It's like an artifact you can put on the artifact token clue.
Yeah, that you can sacrifice to draw a card.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I could see that maybe seeing play in like a kitty deck if they're not all super slow, of course.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then they announced the next horrible from the vault thing, which is seems really Vorthos. Is that the term for story?
Yeah, Vorthos centered. Yes.
Yeah. So, and then people of Chris gave them a lot of hell on Twitter because the symbol looks like it's folding over like the foils will.
Yes, I noticed that too. That's one of the first things I noticed. I said, "Oh my god, the set symbol."
A bold choice for them to do that.
Yes.
And understand what they were thinking.
It's so meta. Hey everybody, we heard you like to make fun of our curling foiled from the vault sets. Well, guess what we made our symbol look like? Oh my god, I don't know why they did that.
I understand it's a scroll and all of that. It's cool, but like, whatever. So that just adds another product that they're launching before the end of the year.
Another one.
Yeah, so that's just crazy. They are stacked all the way until November now.
Right.
After Shadows launches, we get the, month and a half before Eternal Masters?
Yeah, then the Conspiracy 2.
And we'll get Moon, Eldritch Moon in there. We'll get Conspiracy 2. We'll get From the Vault.
And the fall set.
Oh, and the fall set, which I haven't even announced yet.
Return to Kamigawa.
Return to Fallen Empires. No.
Fallen Empires versus Homelands.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a new IP. I still want to go to Chandra's Plane.
Yeah,
that's coming, I'm sure.
Garapor or
I don't
Kaladesh.
Much of the other stories that they introduced in Origins, but I think Chandra's Plane looks super interesting.
I agree.
All the stuff they do, and I'm still sad that there is not the core set this summer.
No core sets. Yep. Are you going to go through withdrawal? We know how much you're into corsets.
I hope they do an Origin Seal League. But probably not.
No, it seems like the leagues they're going to do are going to be standard leagues, right?
Oh, they will do Seal Leagues.
Oh, no, sealed leagues are coming.
Still leagues will be like from Battle for Zendikar block or something like that.
Oh,
very likely.
Yeah.
Probably. All right.
Which is weird because when they beta tested it, they did Time Spiral block.
As the beta test for Sealed League?
Yeah. I hate that freaking block. Oh my god. It's impossible. I just can't stand it. Like, that block, I think, is what caused New World Order to take over. This Herod is like, we can never do that again.
That's funny.
No, they probably not do that again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dan, what's been going on with you?
Well, first I like to say that we have a video that has reached 75,000 views.
Wow.
It's and it seems to be picking up speed. It's the 10 most like unplayed modern decks.
That's a pretty old video, too.
It is.
Yeah, and I can't get Payton to make an update, so if anyone wants to do that, please do. I don't feel like I know enough about Modern to do it myself.
Yeah. It would have to be like, it'd have to be Farf or Fabian.
It's the top 10 underplayed Modern decks. Also, the top 10 obnoxious creatures in Magic is close to 50,000. So that's pretty impressive. Otherwise, my week has been centered a lot around the murder of Olof Palme, the 30-year anniversary, or you say, of the unsolved murder of the Swedish Prime Minister, very close to where I live. I launched a YouTube channel, I launched a podcast. I was at the site at 11:21 p.m., which was the minute of the murder.
Yeah.
And there was a huge crowd and flowers and candles and stuff.
Wow.
And actually, I've been doing Fan of History on YouTube for, I think it's like 20 months now. And this murder YouTube channel now has the same amount of traffic. The Patreon is similar, but the Fan of History podcast is still a lot bigger. But it's picking up speed a lot. The only one doing a podcast about this did it with stand-up comedians.
Right.
So they were like, he brought on a stand-up comedian for every episode, and he was himself a stand-up comedian. So the podcast was 50% about stand-up comedy and 50% about this unsolved murder, which was really interesting, but it's not really competition for a serious podcast about it. So it's all in Swedish then, sadly, which I realized is a lot easier to podcast in for me. But it's there's been a lot around that, and of course the Pauper Gauntlet. I did play my final round of Pauper Commander, and Omnathid heavily. So there was a lot of 5/5 elementals in the match.
Wow,
which was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when they get blocked, you get to lightning bolt something. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
It was so much fun. Thank you, Bava, for showing me that deck, because I wasn't too enthusiastic about the format before I could go Timmy all over it. And it's like, yeah, I channeled my inner Timmy and had a great time.
Well, cool. Yeah, that video is going to be on the channel soon.
Yeah, Standard Pauper wise, I did play with Sam last week, so those videos are coming this week and last week and this week and the next.
This week and the next, yep.
Yes. And for Modern this week, I'm doing Delver Fiend, still converting Pauper decks while the Andrasi run rampant all over Modern. So I'm actually having a lot of fun in Modern right now, but I'm not touching the tournament level of Modern right now.
Right.
Can't blame you.
I don't think anyone can. Okay. Well, that brings it back around to me. Yay, me. I'm going to talk about some art here in just a minute, but a couple of things. I also played my EDH. Didn't go that well. I never got up and running. I also had the wrong commander. It's supposed to be Sliver Legion, not Sliver Queen. I don't know why it didn't save. But, meh. We had already restarted once because it was the Talrand Mirror. And I told my opponent, I said, this is going to be miserable. Do you want to do something else? And so he said, I only have this deck. And I said, I have another one, I'm going to use it. So we started over. I was not going to sit there and go through a counter war for an hour.
Oh, God.
The million birdies.
Oh, jeez. I mean, that part would have been cool, but no. Oh, also, I ordered 2 t-shirts from Redbubble. Cannot wait for them to get here. I'll show them off on my sexy spherical body.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see on the Twitter, they're actually, if anybody's interested in buying one, it's 29% off today.
Yeah, you have 15 minutes. Go buy one.
So
I did. So I will be. I am a bit scared about the sizes. So we'll see how big it is. But I'll get my wife to show it.
Cool.
I think.
Nice. That's cool. The interesting thing that happened to me is I bought some actual magic art last week. And it arrived today. Bought it from the artist.
Nice.
How cool is that? Yep. Check it out. This is Pallid Mycoderm. I think everybody has seen this card before. Jim Nelson wrote this. This was the scan he sent me when I asked him what it looked like. And I actually got, this is the cleanup drawing that he used, and they all do this. They have a rough sketch, a cleanup, and then they paint it. Somewhere in between, you can kind of have a paint test or color test, but this is the cleanup. This is what he used right here to paint the card. So now I own it. One of the cool things is, out to the side, it's not on this right here, but it has another name Wizards had given him and an art number. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was called Pale Guardian instead of Pallid Mycoderm. Or Pale Custodian, that's what it was. Pale Custodian. So interesting, has a little bit of history there.
that's the 2/4 white producer, right?
Yeah, at the beginning, put a spore counter, remove it, get a sapperling, sacrifice a sapperling. Each creature you control that's a fungus or a sapperling gets +1/+1. And here is what it looks like after it has been painted. But I got the sketch. I'm real happy with it. I was looking to buy some other art, and nothing struck me. I mean, I saw some good deals. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I don't care. But I love tribal, and thalids are awesome. So I saw this, it spoke to me, so I bought it. And Jim Nelson, super nice guy. I've been communicating with him back and forth via email. So just wanted to give a quick shout out. When I get it framed, I'll take a picture of it on the wall and let you guys see it as I proudly display it.
Wearing your Magicgatheringstrat.
Heck yeah. Wearing my uniform.
Nice.
So cool, yeah. I really like it. And Dan.
Yes, the Pauper Gauntlet. We have reached the end of round 5. And we are down to 23 decks.
23.
Which probably means that we are into top 10 territory by round 8.
Yeah.
Round 6 will be 2 weeks, and then we'll go into weekly rounds. This means that the reserve channel, MagicGatheringStrat 2, will be used less and less. So more and more videos are going to go on the main channel, percentage-wise.
Right.
It also means that the Gauntlet probably still has... It has 8 weeks or so to go, hopefully. So let's talk about the matches.
The matches, round 5.
Boros Kitty defeated Mono Green Tron.
Yes, it did. Smacked it. Smack a dang in the face.
And then Sam got blamed for the loss of Kodotha Mardu, which he took, which he was very sad about.
That was no way to wake up. Gator, oh my god. Way to kick a guy while he's down. I was like, oh, not only did Mardu Kitty lose, Gator threw me under the bus.
Yeah. But I asked the opponent what the name of the deck was, and he said, Sam's Delver.
Yeah.
That's
so
funny.
That's a shout out. And I did take a shower, so it's okay.
So you washed off the hate.
Yes.
So that happened. And you now have to pick another winner, Sam. Bugs and Pigs stood up to Affinity. And then we had a great match with Aristocrats versus Zoo. And that deck keeps impressing. So,
yeah, it does.
Yeah, Aristocrats moves to round 6.
It's very cool.
And then we had a philosophic match with Green One versus Stompy. It's like when Stompy is way too slow.
Which, who would have thought that ever?
Yeah.
So Green One just crushed Stompy.
Amazing.
With your... with the violence. So that was pretty amazing. And then Blue Bichinyu managed to defeat 4-color Tron 2-0.
That Tron was weird, though.
Yeah, it definitely did not have what it needed to handle a swarm of blue flyers.
No.
And Band Sword and Shield defeats Yasukai Kitty. Yasukai Kitty is trying to eliminate stuff because Yasukai Kitty is mad because it was left out of the gauntlet.
Just a little oversight.
Not this time. Band Sword and Shield is still in. And then Goblin Storm combo got the freebie.
Oh,
with a
stupid quitter. That was a good matchup. He's like, oh, sorry, man, gotta go. Well,
yeah, it was very interesting, actually, because Goblin Storm combo is fast enough to handle elves. So it could have gone either way.
I guess we'll never know unless it happens again in the next round.
True. Pig Trinket versus Burn. Pig Trinket is not favored in that matchup, despite the Brindle boards, but this time it worked. And then we had the Blue-Green Madness versus Delver again, and Blue-Green Madness wins again.
Wow.
So somehow I managed to list all the wins in a row here. So now we get to the sadder part.
Everybody, cover your eyes and ears.
Elves run into mono black control, and that's never any fun if they have mass removal. And yeah, he had shrivel. And he shriveled elves pretty hard.
That sucked.
So elves is gone, as is Rustic Tron dying to the clock.
The stupid clock.
Teachings. Yes. So that was traumatic. Let's not talk about that anymore. Mono blue control loses to Rug Tron. And dies. And finally, Black Auramancer gets overrun by the Slivers. It's very hard to handle the Lords if you don't have proper removal.
And it didn't run nearly enough removal.
No, it was dead weight, and then, oh no, it's a plated Sliver. What do I do?
Right.
So that didn't work. There have been 2 more matches, or 3 more matches since I wrote the article. And of course, the big match was Spiteful Leeches versus Mono Black Control. Have you watched it?
That was awesome.
I was so happy.
Yeah. It's like, you're so careful. Okay, do I have the pieces? What can I put it on?
Given my history with the deck,
yeah.
it's it was very sweet to combo out Mono Black Control twice. That should not ever really happen. He should have discard and creature removal enough to handle it. But he was tapping out happily, so I could do it. You don't see the combo coming. You can do it. You start at the end of the opponent's turn with Blessing of Leeches, and then you put the 2 other cards.
Who in their right mind would see that combo coming, though?
Yeah, but in the 3rd duel, you should see it coming.
That's true.
Maybe he was just overwhelmed at that point.
It was probably, this is so awesome. I am struck. Deer in headlights.
But also, once you had that, once you had the what's it called, the circle of protection down, what could they do about it?
True. Oh, he could just Gary me out.
Oh, he could Gary you out. That's true.
I'm not removing anything, so his Garys get enormous.
That's true.
There was one final match that I haven't talked about, and it was the Death of Love Train versus Burn.
You didn't play a song this time.
No, it died with a whimper this season.
Oh well.
And that puts us in round 6, which starts today.
Cool. So everybody look for that on the channel. I have been scheduled. Well, Dan schedules those out. But the other stuff, I schedule out.
So we have. We will be in the tournament practice room until round 11. So round 12 is 2 mans, and then we go into leagues. And if we go into leagues, this may take a while.
Oh, jeez.
So, what decks do you think will win the Pauper Gauntlet?
Well, I'm sticking by it what I said last week. So I like Stompy Tokens, and I hope Slivers makes it all the way.
Oh, yeah, the greatest danger to Slivers is Slivers.
Yes.
Oh man, this is tough. I'm going to go for Pig Trinket just because I think it took down a deck that it has a hard matchup against.
Yeah.
And I think Power T leaves you some of the harshest constructive criticism I've ever seen, but at least he leaves you quite a bit of feedback.
Yes.
So,
well, I have to apologize to everyone, by the way, because every other weekend I am so incredibly busy. So, and those weekends seems to be very intense for commenting. It was this weekend, and I just can't keep up with the YouTube comments. Weekends are hard overall, but every other weekend is horrible. So if I missed comment on anything, please forgive me.
I'll try to find it in my heart to forgive you, Dan.
So you are saying Pig Trinket, Sam?
I'm going with Pig Trinket. It's a type of deck that you do while playing. It's a well-designed deck. You're getting a ton of feedback if you read the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Power T will leave you 600-700 comments about the most minute things that you're doing. So
I didn't want to schedule that match for the weekend, but it was also one of the decks I felt really scared of playing, so I played it last. So I had to schedule it over the weekend.
Right.
I think that the greatest danger to Pig Trinket is the clock, and if I run into super grindy matchup, it has a hard time winning, and it doesn't win quickly. So that is a problem. But of course, you have the Grim Harvest to make sure that you can win eventually.
Right.
It's not like Ristictron that just could run out of win conditions very easily, which was what happened in the match against Teachings. Teachings just had to control Ristictron and let it die to the clock. So the clock, always a danger.
I don't understand why we can't have a 30-minute clock.
Yeah, it's weird. Of course, we have the 40-minute clock, but then you never get the match.
Yeah, because nobody wants to play anything but the default.
Yes. I think most people don't know about it. There have been some matches in round 6. I won't comment on them yet because they haven't been published yet, but there are some great matches coming up.
Huzzah.
Excellent. Everybody needs to keep tuning in to our channel. Because you want to know why? All these likes and subscribes help us do it.
They do.
That's right.
And if you like the gauntlet, because it will eventually end, there you can support us at patreon.com/MagicGatheringstrat and help us do more gauntlets. There is a budget modern gauntlet in the works, and also the 4th season of the Pauper Gauntlet, which could start in early December. If you help it, do so.
You can. Please visit MagicGatheringStrat.com. Also, YouTube/MagicGatheringStrat. That's where you can like and subscribe. Patreon.com, like Dan was talking about, is what helps all of these things happen. Just give a little, helps a lot. Twitter @MagicGatheringStrat to be updated on everything we do, everything we produce, and on Twitch. We send out when we go live. Also, you can follow me @CeruleanSaysHi. Follow Sam @SPO7677 or Dan @DanHorning. Facebook.com/
I tried to keep my my magic tweets to the Magic Gathering Strat Twitter, but now I have started to tweet a little about magic on my personal Twitter as well, because it was totally overwhelmed by murder stuff in Swedish, and that was not what I wanted. So now I have to make that up.
Okay.
But all my other YouTube channels like feed into my personal Twitter. No, not Fan of History actually. Fan of History has its own Twitter.
Gotcha. Also, Facebook.com/MagicGatheringStrat. On all of these things, please like and subscribe. And on iTunes, give us a review. We'd love to hear your criticism. Your harsh, unrelenting, maniacal criticism.
Yeah, for my other Swedish, for my other Swedish podcast, the one about the ice people.
Yeah.
I get an iTunes review every week, and we get one a year for this show. So go to iTunes and review us, please.
Please. It would be great. All right, folks. Well, for this week, I am Brennon.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Dan, and this felt really short.
It did.
It was an hour.
About an hour. A little under.
Yeah, 10 minutes of Skype, trying to work out how Skype works.
Skype. All right. Well, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.
Cheers!